In this video, a complete guide to the best beaches in Tenerife. For beaches, I don't believe in top 10 lists, as the ideal beach can be different from person to person and of course your situation. So I will show you all the beaches in Tenerife worth mentioning, where they are, how they are like, and some tips and tricks to make your beach day even better. And yes, I will also include my personal top 5. The first beach is the Playa de Abama or the Abajo beach. This beach is located in Callao area, one of the less crowded resorts in Tenerife, and because of this the beach is most often the same and not so crowded. Next to the beach there's a pretty nice restaurant that especially becomes very nice in the evening, with often live performances as well. The Playa Benijo or Benijo beach is all the way on the other side of the island, north of Puerto de la Cruz, near the Anaga Nature Reserve. This beach is quite a far drive from anywhere on the island, so I would advise you to take some stops in the Anaga Nature Reserve on the way there or on the way back. This is a beautiful beach, but since there is no lifeguard or services, I would not advise this with small children, and definitely bring food and drinks. If it's very windy or high tide, then know that the beach can pretty much disappear with waves, as was the case when I filmed this. Also know that after a long drive, most people see a beach and want to go on it, but the first beach you will see is not the Benijo beach. The Benijo beach is a bit further and hidden away. You need to take some stairs down to get there. This is a very nice beach, but because of the long drive, I would place this beach on 5th place in my personal top 5. The Playa San Juan or the San Juan beach is also worth mentioning. There's not much tourism in this area and prices because of this are pretty low. It feels very authentically Spanish here, but the beach has been very much improved in the last years to attract tourists to this area. So you get a nice beach with everything you can expect, but not overrun with tourists. I was here on a rainy day to film this, so not the best footage, so you have to use your sunny imagination a little bit. In the Costa Abajo you will find the Playa del Duque. This is one of the most beautiful beaches in Tenerife. For that reason I will give it the 4th place in my top 5 of best beaches in Tenerife. It's a little bit pricey eating or drinking in this area, but well, that's just the way these things go. Next to the Playa del Duque you will find the Playa Fañabé or the Fanabe beach. This is a nice beach as well, but more crowded and more touristy than the Playa del Duque. Depending on what you like, this might be a great beach to visit as well. If you're staying in the Costa Abajo or the Playa de las Americas, both these beaches are within easy walking distance. The Playa Amarilla, or translated the Yellow Beach, is a nice and very unknown place to swim in the Costa del Silencio area. Because of this you will rarely find many people here, and it's a great place to snorkel. This is also next to the Montaña Amarilla or the Yellow Mountain that has different routes to explore it. It's a nice little side activity when visiting this great place to swim and snorkel. The Playa del Callao or the Callao beach is next to the main beach of Los Cristianos. It's a good place to get away from the sometimes busy Los Cristianos beach, since it's hidden out of sight and very few people know that it's here. There is a pretty nice beach club as well with fair prices, and it's a great place from where to enjoy the lovely sunsets in this area. The Playa de los Cristianos in Tenerife is right next door and is much bigger. It's a great family-friendly beach with all facilities you will need and very nice white sands. The Playa del Troya or Troya Beach is in the Playa de las Americas area. It's one of the nicer beaches here. Just know that in high season it can get pretty busy and a bit more rowdy than other beaches on the island because of many people looking to party in this area of Tenerife. El Medano Resort and Beach is a surfer's paradise. There are not many hotels here and the whole area feels like a real relaxed Spanish town visited by loads of surfers. There are some nice places to eat here as well. The beach is nice, just go to the correct part. When driving into town, the best beaches are on the right, not on the left. Because of the vibe and atmosphere here, I would definitely put this beach on place 3 in my top 5 best beaches in Tenerife. If you want to go on a family day out, you might want to consider the Playa Jardín in Puerto de la Cruz. This is not only a great beach, it's also less than 2 kilometers from the Loro Park. Great zoo on Tenerife with live shows and loads of things to see and do. In combination with the Loro Park, the beach of Playa Jardín is a great family day out. For this reason, I am putting this on second place in my top 5 of best beaches in Tenerife. Also in Puerto de la Cruz you will find the Playa Marcianes or Marcianes Beach, another great beach, but generally the waves here are much higher and it's also next to a bigger road. So would more advise the Playa Jardín, however the Playa Marcianes is very popular with surfers. The Playa Los Gigantes or Los Gigantes Beach is often mentioned as one of the nicer beaches in Tenerife, and I really don't understand this. Yes, I can see it's unique. It's next to the Los Gigantes mountains, who are 800 meters high, and yes, that is a bit impressive, but the beach here is right next to the harbor, quite often overcrowded, and I don't think it's very nice in general compared to some of the other beaches in this area. The Playa La Arena in the Puerto de Santiago area next to Los Gigantes I consider a much better beach than the Playa Los Gigantes. This beach is just a few kilometers away and within walking distance from the Playa Los Gigantes. The next beach is the Playa de las Teresitas in Tenerife. This is also on first place of my top 5 beaches in Tenerife and winner of the best beach in Tenerife. But do know that there are many similar beautiful beaches on Tenerife and maybe some even nicer. I like this beach because it's very authentically Spanish and because of its unique setting in the north of Tenerife. In the weekends and especially on Sundays there are also loads of drink and food trucks here at extremely low prices compared to some other more touristy places on the island. Mojito, by example, is 7 to 8 euros in some of the places. Here it's only 3 to 4, and you can also combine this beach with visiting the Anaga Nature Reserve or many of the cultural things in Santa Cruz if you would want to do so. So I hope this video helped you and that you will have an even better time in Tenerife because of it. Do consider subscribing to the channel to find all my videos on Tenerife and the rest of Spain even more easy.